So we're in what we've been recently calling the art restoration room. We've got reproduction plasterers in, and they are taking off this frieze. If you look around this room, it's all a Greek theme, and around the whole room every single piece is individual, it's not a repeat pattern. So the guys have come in and they are removing this so they can mould it, restore it, and we can put it back up once the restoration project in this room is completed.
Hi, Gary from the Production Plaster Company. We're here today to sample the frieze, take sections down. Quite an unusual frieze as it doesn't replicate. Every panel is different, so we'll have to take down the full room, restore it and put it back as original. Size, number one, so it must have started for that point. But it would be going anti-clockwise.
Right, and it's supposed to...
Eh?
I don't know.
That's clockwise, isn't it? You're going anti-clockwise.
You're going anti-clockwise. So
that's clockwise. So it started at that point.
That's just because the windows are, if you were going to start it, you start it either that side of the room.
You start.
I'm going to start it in the corner.
But...
Or else...
It is number one, Justin. No, I'm getting a really good job. It's, see, normally we do something, a lot of times a blind, we call it a blind mitre. When you put a blind mitre in the worst possible corner, you don't see when you come in, which would be that one. You walk in and you don't look back. So, that
doesn't make sense?
I would have thought you'd either start for that point or that point.
You would definitely start for that because that's anti-clockwise, as you say, so you don't get something come in the room and you come in the door as well.
Aye.
You probably catch your eye first time and then looking in.
It's just the story started there, Justine. I've started at that point going that way.
I like to think it started with a cow and they started fighting over the cow. They eventually all got happy and went to the very end.
That is random. See, even the period that led to this is what we call fibre.
Oh.
This is what we reproduce.
Right.
Which is fibre. The cornice is wood, and so is the picture reel, which is weird. But there's a metal bar, if you get any of that.
Is that in back? There's one sticking right up.
Metal bar.
So
obviously we've multi-tooled that after get the plates out because it's sunk an inch above and an inch below to keep it locked in. So that's the problem it's giving us getting it out because we can't cut through to cut a wee bit more off and let it fall.
But then your blades would
hit them. They're hitting the metal, and it's a total.
So it's like that's like a rail. Then it's sitting on. Is that right?
It's just to strengthen it.
Right. Okay.
So see when you put this in the cast, it makes the cast pretty strong, top and bottom. We put wires in, but nothing like this.
Right.
Again, we sometimes fit with wires.
Okay.
We can hang over wood and have the wire going down onto the cast, and we'll put stooky.
So is this new to you, this kind of approach?
I've never really seen it before.
Really?
No metal bars like that, no. I've seen wires, but never.
So it doesn't give any indication as to time period or what company were maybe doing stuff like that?
At all. No, nothing. Again, it's very unusual. 37 years in this, never seen.
Never seen that.
Took samples everywhere.
Yeah.
Again, it could be down to the individual caster.
I was going to say this. You know how the corners outside the buildings?
Aye.
So you put the amount of strength out, right? So say they did that as well and just used it for that.
Aye.
Potentially.
See, you can, when you're doing cement work, let's see you're on cement work, like cornices outside buildings, you put metal in them.
causes
So it's as if I've had some left over, I don't know, it's guessing game. I think it is. I mean, even the way they've cast it, that's what we call strengtheners.
Right.
It's extra bits of, it's like a plaster, Hessian scrim tapped in plaster, and it's put in the back to give it strength. You can see it's all the periods, that's how we cast. Everything's very...
It's like a mixture of the process.
Aye.
They've come up with this.
It's definitely more modern, I would think. It's still old, but it's more modern. But even the story it's telling, it starts off with chariots, horses, and there's a man with a shield, and then it finishes with a cow. It's bizarre.
So we need to try and find the fable that matches the cornicing. And if there isn't one that exists, then we'll need to make one up.
That's it. I mean, there's the original colour, silver.
Oh yeah. So with the... Yeah, see that on the edge there?
You can see it where the plaster's chipped, you can see the wee bits of silver. I don't know if your camera will pick that.
Yeah, it does. So would the whole thing have been silver?
Again, it's a guess, aye.
Yeah.
When you look at it, you go, there's no reason for it not to be. Because the guy that casted it wouldn't paint it silver. So it's... But there's the metal bar on the edge of that one. You can see the metal bar running through the edge.
Yeah.
That's why it's gave us so many problems trying to get them off.
Well, you're there now, bar one bit, eh?
Again, when we go to cast it, we've got to add that. It's a lot of work because we've got to add that back on. So that will all be hand worked again, hand built out.
So are you having to design a new process really to deal with this? Because it's...
No, we'll just pretty much put it back as is. We'll build that back out to the same depth. Obviously we've had the multi-tool that to get it down to the bar level. But it's getting a slow process, but worthwhile at the end.
So we can see Reproduction Plaster Company have done a wonderful job removing the cornice, which then revealed a sequence on the back of each section. That will tell us how we can put them all back together. We now know the reason that the pattern around this particular cornice was not repeated was in fact because it is a replica of the Parthenon frieze in Greece. The Parthenon frieze is a sculpture that depicts a procession of people and gods celebrating the birthday of the goddess Athena. Now we are really excited to see this part going back up, and we can't wait to share that journey with you. If you're enjoying these videos, please do like and subscribe to our channel to follow us along this journey of Knockderry Castle.